Hello, everybody, and welcome to Whisky Daddy Review number 23. And today we're going to be bringing you a real smoke bomb. It's the Laphroaig 10-year cask strength. You can see it there. And this one is a 2012 vintage of this particular 10-year cask strength. 58.6% alcohol there. All right, the Laphroaig distillery is owned by the Beam Century Company, so all of their barrels, all their bourbon barrels that they get and that this whiskey is aged in comes from Maker's Mark. So this is ex-Maker's Mark barrels that are going into the composition of this particular barrel. Let's see if there's anything on the back here worth mentioning. This is actually interesting for this particular whiskey. We recommend that you add twice as much water as whiskey to fully appreciate the taste characteristics of the original cask strength Laphroaig. Whiskey at cask strength may overpower the palate, but adding water will release a rich aroma of peat smoke and some sweetness with strong hints of the sea. So how are they getting hints of the sea in there? Well, a peated whiskey is basically a whiskey in which the malt during the drying process, which stops the germination of the malt. The malt is first moistened, and then germination begins, and that exposes the carbohydrates of the particular seed. And then it is dried, which stops that germination, so the seed doesn't actually create a new plant, but it is left with exposed carbohydrates that the yeast can go to town on and make alcohol with. Well, during that drying process, they put these blocks of organic matter, which is peat from peat bogs, basically decomposed earth, animal material, plant material for thousands of years, that's near the seashore, that adds that marine quality, the smoky quality that we're going to find in this whiskey here, and this one has a lot of it. All right, here we go. As always, Glencairn with my lid on there. This is neat. I haven't added any water yet, but we are going to add some water to this one. And if you're drinking several whiskeys in a night, this definitely needs to be the last one, because you're not going to taste anything after you have this particular whiskey. It will kill your palate. All right, already I'm starting to get, obviously, the peat, big smoke bomb up front, some iodine, definitely like some seashore, almost like a, I guess from here in South Carolina, maybe the boggy area is right next to the shore. I'm getting a little bit of vanilla in the background. Chili powder. And there's a bit of honey in there, a bit of citrus, like a citrus lime. Excuse me, lemon, not lime. But I'm going to add a little water. I'm not going to be using the dropper today. We're just adding some straight up purified water here. And you can see we put a good bit in there. You can kind of see right there. So now we've diluted it pretty good bit. Not 2 to 1. I don't believe in diluting it quite that much. Now I'm picking up more of a barbecue note now. Brown sugar. And a little bit of minerality has come out of it. Kind of like in a wine, like a rich wine from Oregon. Even a little bit of avocado in there. All right, let's take a taste. If you like peaty whiskeys, this is definitely the epitome. My friend Bart over there with the Scotch Test Dummies, he absolutely loves this whiskey, and I can see why. There's big sweetness up front. It's a sweet whiskey. And then all of a sudden that peat just starts dancing in right from the very beginning. It's spicy, yet soft, rich, and full. Those barbecue notes in the middle. And then all of a sudden you get some of the brighter notes towards the end. So sweet up front, peat, and then towards the beginning of the finish is when you start to get some of those citrus notes. A lot of ginger in there as well. even a little bit of a tea note on the end there, like an overbrewed tea, and then just peat throughout. Peat's a hard, it's a hard taste and a hard aroma to explain. It's something you have to experience. And now that it's settled down a bit more, I'm starting to pick up even more of that citrus quality that I get with Laphroaig. I can see why you love this one, Bart. It's a good one. Even with that much water that I added, and you saw how much it was strong, powerful. I got a nice, beautiful, long finish. Oh, there's just so much going on here. Almost like a baked oyster in there. Definitely, if you like seafood, this is a great thing. It's also very, very good with sushi as well. Next time on Whisky Daddy, I'm going to be bringing you another Laphroaig. It's a 200th anniversary edition. I won't tell you which one, but I'll bring it to you next time, and I can't wait to talk about it with you. And until then, cheers, folks. We'll see you later.